Hello. Welcome to our new edition of news. Today, latest news arrive. Andre Onana linked to a move to Saudi Arabia League. Bruno Fernandes could potentially move to Al Hilal.
Bryan Mbeumo arriving soon. Rasmus Hjulund to Inter Milan ongoing.
And Marcus Rashford to Barcelona deal on negotiation. What do you think about the exiting movement ongoing on the Red Devil bench? Stay with us to get more about that, and don't forget to like, share and subscribe to stay with us and comment on your own opinions.
Andre Onana exit decision as Barcelona make Marcus Rashford call.
Manchester United are hoping to bounce back from a poor season, and they are already making moves in the transfer market, having signed Matheus Cunha from Wolves. Manchester United are set for a busy summer as they look to revamp their squad after enduring their worst-ever Premier League campaign. The Red Devils have already finalized a £62.5 million deal for Matheus Cunha, and plenty more incomings and outgoings are expected. The likes of Marcus Rashford, Antony, Jadon Sancho and Tyrell Malacia are set to complete permanent exits, while captain Bruno Fernandes could also leave. Al Hilal are hoping to tempt him to Saudi Arabia with a hugely lucrative £100 million contract offer, and it remains to be seen whether Fernandes will accept. With all that in mind, Mirror Football takes a look at the latest news and rumours around Old Trafford. Reports have claimed that Andre Onana is a target for newly promoted Saudi Pro League side Neom SC. It is claimed that United would be open to selling the goalkeeper, who made several high-profile errors this season. However, it has previously been reported that Onana wants to fight for his place at Old Trafford. Andre's plan is to stay in Manchester, and he wants to knuckle down and get United back to where they should be, a source was quoted as saying last month. His sole focus is on United and nothing else. He's a confident person and wants to prove the doubters wrong. He knows he has made mistakes, but he sees proving people wrong as a challenge. Barcelona have been linked with a move for Marcus Rashford, and the club's sporting director, Deco, has delivered an update on their transfer plans. We have been focusing on renewing contracts. After that, we'll discuss players to come. Of course, these two players, like you mentioned, they are good but have contracts in their clubs, so we won't speak because it's not fair. But when you decide to go to the market, for sure, we find some names. In my opinion, we don't need to bring many players. When I speak with the agents of the players, everyone wants to come or stay. So this is important. The image of the club is still good. We are proud because Barcelona is still such a big club, and the way we are playing football makes players want to come. United are interested in Udinese defender Omer Solet. Solet has impressed since joining Udinese from Salzburg in January, and the likes of Napoli and Bournemouth have also been linked with the 25-year-old. The report states that Udinese are planning to cash in on Solet this summer, having set a price tag of around £30 million. Manchester United could replace Rasmus Hjulund with not just Matheus Cunha, but also Bryan Mbeumo at the striker position this summer. Erik ten Hag truly damaged the club on quite a severe level with a lot of his transfer market buys, with Hjulund being a prime example. There are many reasons United had major issues scoring goals this past season, and Hjulund bears much of the responsibility for that. Still, the young Dane has some talent and potential, and that is well recognized by some top clubs in Serie A. Inter Milan are keen, according to the world's foremost transfer expert and native Italian Fabrizio Romano. Juventus and Napoli expressed interest within the past few months or so, according to Romano. Obviously, Hjulund did much better at Atlanta than he's done so far at United, where he hasn't come even remotely close to living up to his £72 million transfer fee. So maybe a return to the Italian top flight is exactly what he needs. In other words, Hjulund, and also potentially Jadon Sancho, Alejandro Garnacho, Antony and Marcus Rashford, could all be out the Old Trafford door this summer. So who will come into the attack to replace them? Cunha will be the first, and Mbeumo could be the next, with transfer guru David Ornstein reporting the following. United and Brentford are currently in negotiations for a potential deal. According to ESPN, he's valued by Brentford at more than £50 million, although United will hope to negotiate a lower fee. Having missed out on Liam Delap, who chose Chelsea instead, Mbeumo might be a better option anyway. His numbers are better anyway, having scored 70 goals in 242 appearances for Brentford. Man United, confident of landing Bryan Mbeumo in £50 million deal as transfer plan becomes clear. Manchester United are set for a busy summer in the transfer market, and already a pattern is becoming clear at Old Trafford ahead of Ruben Amorim's first pre-season at the club. Manchester United have moved on from Liam Delap and will now look to sign Brentford star Bryan Mbeumo in a £50 million deal this summer. The Red Devils are growing increasingly confident of being able to lure the forward to Old Trafford after the striker indicated he wanted to move to the club. United will be required to fight off interest from the likes of Newcastle and Arsenal to secure the Cameroon international. Ruben Amorim is said to be keen to make Mbeumo, who scored 20 goals in the Premier League in 2024-25, an integral member of his team. The Red Devils have returned their attention to Mbeumo after missing out to Chelsea for Ipswich Town forward Delap. The 22-year-old former Man City youngster is primed to be announced as the Blues' newest signing after undergoing his medical, with Chelsea having agreed to pay his £30 million release clause. United will hope to continue to strengthen Amorim's hand after announcing their first deal of the summer of the weekend. The 13 times Premier League champions confirmed a deal for Matheus Cunha after agreeing a £62.5 million deal with Wolves. The Brazil forward was present in Manchester over the weekend before departing for international duty. The club want to replenish their front line after failing to see a member of their squad reach double figures in the Premier League's goal-scoring charts. But United's attention turning to Mbeumo also appears to suggest an emphasis on targeting Premier League talent. That would appear to see the club taking a different approach to recent seasons. It perhaps comes as little surprise that the club would look from within the division after struggling to 15th in 2024-25. And United's issues were all the more evident domestically, as they earned their way to the final before coming unstuck against British opposition in Tottenham. United boss Amorim has previously highlighted why he believes issues have been found when playing more familiar opposition. When you play against any team in England, the physicality is there, he said. If you don't have physicality, you will struggle a lot. Antony is so much better now in Spain. There are many factors, but I guarantee you it's physicality. And bringing players in who already have Premier League experience and have thrived in the environment, such as Cunha and Mbeumo, would not only improve the team but potentially require less time to adjust. After a dismal start for Amorim, he will hope such players at least offer part of the answer.